So taking it back to you, bro. I want to know a question that ain't got nothing to do with music, because I really dig your influence. I really dig the fact that your first time listening to rap was 1998, because that's a different perspective.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about today, bro. Are you a Trump supporter?
Man, hell no, man. Fuck Trump, man.
1985. Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, I'm vote Trees 2020, man. Fuck Trump, man.
Trees, man, what up?
Hey, free the weed, man. I'm literally done with politics, man.
On the real, so I'm gonna ask you this then how do you feel about the state of America right now? Like, as a U.S. citizen, not a black, not white, not female, not male, not gay, not straight, just as a U.S. citizen, how do you feel about the state of America right now, and how does that influence you when you make art?
Peep this. So how I feel about that? That's a good ass question for the type of person I am. How I feel about that is we actually we're taken away from so much of natural freedom. You know what I mean? We're limited as humans. You know what I mean? We have to adapt to what somebody else chooses. You know what I mean? What's good for us without us actually knowing ourselves. You know what I mean? So I feel like every single person in America right now is going through a tragic, you know what I mean, health issue just because of the water, you know what I mean? For example, you feel me? We hear so much about politics, they don't even talk about water. They don't even talk about the ozone, they don't even talk about the gas, you know what I mean? Like, none of these things is actually big topics that concerns our health, you know what I mean? So it's like humanity is only a game, you know what I mean? We somewhat like a Sims game right now, man, and it's sad because now you got something we were supposed to take serious as the U.S. government as a damn reality TV show now, man. You feel me? Like, this is a damn TV show, and we watching this shit, man. So it's like I feel like a pet more than anything, man. And what my influence is with this art is how can I express myself and feel like I'm free with something actually, you know what I mean? Outside of me going to work, knowing I have to work to make money, you know what I mean? Outside of me waking up, knowing I have to get stuff done. What can I do that make my soul feel, you know what I mean? Like, it's satisfied. What will put my soul to work, make me grow spiritually, you know what I mean? And that's music, you feel me? So if it's any way I can push myself out through vibration to somebody else, somewhere else, in a high frequency, then I know it's gonna touch them in a way, because that's what music does to me. And if it don't touch anybody in a way, then they must not like music, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's the biggest influence on me, man. Just how to stay, how to keep your head above water in America, pretty much.
I feel you on that. And the same question to you, my brother, right here, man. Yeah, what's your opinion on the state of America right now, and how does that influence you when you in your creative process of making art?
Right now, this shit sucks. I mean, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Like, we can act like everything's fucking tight, but it's not, you know? You gotta make the best of it though, honestly, because the shit that's happening, like, you can't change it, you know? It fucking sucks. You can change your state of mind, you can change your direct surroundings, and that's the shit that we do, you know? Like I'm saying, like right now, this is what we're doing. We're sharing our art, we're sharing our knowledge, we're sharing our life, our experiences. This is the shit that you do when the shit around you is out of control, you know what I mean? It's like, we have this right now, we control this. Like, you know, we don't control shit else. We control what we got going on right now. We're here with dope people, sharing dope ideas, sharing dope art, building, and like, this is the shit that, like, you know, when I was 12, I was like, oh man, you know, like, I wanna like rap, I wanna do this, I wanted to be a fucking rock star, you know? I was a kid, I was like, man, I wanna grow up, I wanna do all this shit, and it's like, I saw it on a bigger scale than this, but it's like, this is what I wanted, you know, as a kid. So now it's like, now we're here, we're doing this shit. I don't care if there's one person here, like, this is what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this is what you can do to make, you know, America sucks, it fucking sucks, but this is the shit you can do to make everything better, is create and connect, like, build the culture. So when your kids grow up, or if you have any, or when you plan on, like, they can look back like, man, my dad was doing this shit, that shit, like, you're being an influencer. So like, that's, I don't know, that's what I take from it, you know? Like, just build with like-minded people.
Yeah,
you
woo!
know?
Absolutely.
This question is for both of you fellas up here.
All right.
Now, I'm a huge hip-hop lover of artists like Ye, you know, J. Cole, Kendrick, And these artists, for instance, when it comes to like social media, we all know that social media plays a huge part in society today, music, television, everything. And these artists have been known to disconnect from social media completely when they're creating, as to not get influenced. So when it comes to social media, how much of that would you say influences your music, or are you the type to just totally disconnect when you're creating?
Shit, I mean, social media, honestly, like, I use it for what this shit is supposed to be used for, like, to get the shit out. Like, I don't use it as an influence for myself. I'm big on, like, I don't listen to a lot of newer music, it's weird, but then I get really excited when I hear, like, new artists or meet new artists, because then it's like, oh shit, like, this is, because I don't really pay attention to social media, so, I don't know, like, you get lost in that shit. So yeah, I mean, when I'm writing songs shit, I'm not really like, I don't think I even reference, like, I maybe reference like social media in like one song I've ever wrote. Like, I don't really use that in like my creative process, I guess. It just, I use it for a tool, like, you know.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, social media, you know what I mean, as a kid that grew up in that era of first getting into, you know what I mean, my page, Facebook, things like that, it was always having influences like Soulja Boy, you know what I mean? Like, we always had, you know what I mean, people that glorified and always made things seem more cooler about rap and hip hop. And it was always to connect through, like, and find it through my page, you know what I mean? And then, I mean, MySpace, and then that's when it came up to like Facebook, and people started sharing music on Facebook, and it just became like, that, to me, that's how I got introduced to social media anyway. Just started seeing music on Facebook, and then that's how I made my account, watching my videos, sharing. That's all you used to see on my old account, just hella videos, share the rappers. So, I mean, but then after a while, I mean, when reality hit, you know what I mean, when you trying to focus in school, I had a bad turnover in high school and middle school, you know what I mean? I wasn't even supposed to pass half of the majority of the time anyway, so Facebook, you know what I mean, and that, we didn't really spend too much time, we was always outside, you know what I mean, and the stuff we was into was even more negative just as much as social media, you know what I mean? So I always felt like I was able to balance, you know what I mean, dealing with reality and dealing with social media as well, because I use that as a big advantage to communicate with people, you know what I mean, especially through music, you feel me, and also bigger artists as well, because that's how I definitely get, you know what I mean, plug in. So, and yeah, like he said, it's pretty much, social media is what artists are pretty much using as a tool, you know what I mean, to get, you know what I mean, to platforms and to grab a fan base, stuff like that. But it definitely shouldn't be something used to influence your day-to-day life, you know what I mean? But yeah, I ain't really fall into it as much, you know what I mean? I just go in there to just talk my shit half of the time, and then I'm out, you know what I mean? So, you feel me?
Now, another question I want to ask is, the music industry, when it comes to artists being independent versus signing to labels now. And we see a lot of artists, like you have Chance the Rapper, you have a lot of R&B acts who were signed to major labels and now they're independent because they're like, that's where they get more money, they're seeing more of their dollars. But then you have a lot of acts that are coming up, like Cardi B, for instance. She signed that 360 because she wanted that bag.
Right.
So it's kind of like, okay, if you were presented, would you rather stay independent, or would you sign that 360 where the label takes a chunk of everything that you're doing just so you can get that machine behind you and that exposure?
I mean, peep this, look how Cardi B started off. It was all about attention, you know what I mean? Like, not saying what she doing is wrong, I definitely support her, but like, when you get famous through social media, making videos about what you like to do, what other chicks like to relate to, is always about attention, you know what I mean? That was about her character. She needs that attention, you know what I mean? So if a record label could provide that to her, like, hey, look, we can get you here and there, you know, you can be bigger than Instagram right now, you feel me? Boom, you know what I mean, and it fitted for her, you know what I mean, it can only fit for certain people, but like, when it comes to people that's actually, for example, J. Cole, when it comes to people that's actually in for hip-hop for itself to save the culture, they will follow the rules of what other artists in the game say about these record labels, how scammy it is, and they will take that, and like Nipsey Hussle did, you know what I mean, outside of him just doing business with Def Jam and the other label, I forgot the name of it at the moment. Outside of him just doing that, he was still focused on independency. Yeah, there we go. You know what I mean? He was still focused on being independent. You know what I mean? Making sure that he don't have to depend on no label to get his stuff popping or to be successful with their music. And it's all about just knowing how this works, you know what I mean? So if I was to be given the opportunity, I actually have to study, you know what I mean, and know how it works. I wouldn't say I can bash a deal, you know what I mean, for a record label. I can't say, never, you know, because it's all about how much that label could believe in you and what exactly it is and how you can take control of it, you know what I mean, and become your own boss, you know what I mean? So it's like, sometimes being indie, it works for so many people. You really have to stand out, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of work, but it's definitely a good route, you know what I mean? And shoot, I'll be down for both, but right now, I'm all for independent, you know what I mean? But let's get it.
Hey man, so let's get on a lighter subject. You know, we talk about society. We all know it's fucked up. You know, sometimes it gets depressing. I mean, sometimes I'm looking at society, I get depressed. You know, sometimes I realize you got to get off social media for your mental health. Because my mental health gets fucked up looking at motherfucking stupid people all day with stupid opinions. Man, we all got opinions, but so let's get on something lighter then, bro. What shows y'all watching on Netflix, bro? Like what's the show? What show you got right now that you can't do without? Put some people on out there today that might not be watching what you watching.
I would say, I don't know if y'all peeped the Get Down already, but I love the Get Down though. I love hip hop, man. And Roxanne, that's fire right there. Oh my God. If y'all know about Roxanne, I don't know. Yeah, man, it's serious. What else? I forgot that one name of that TV show. It's about the kids on the block. Yeah. On the block or something like that.
My block or something.
Yeah. That's fire.
That show's cool too.
Hey, that's fire, man. You gotta check that out.
I've watched a bunch of drug dealer shit. So. Ozark, that shit.
Ozark, hey, Ozark. That's fire.
And then I just started watching fucking Lost in Space today. I watched one episode. I like nerdy, like weird shit, man. Like it's like the reboot of it is fucking tight. I watched one episode. I just told my girl this morning, I was like, I'm binge watching this shit. Yep.
I'm gonna have to watch that one.
She don't want to watch it. I'm gonna watch it when she goes to bed.
Hey, you must have been on some high 420 shit like me today.
No, not even.
I swear to God, I smoked some shit today and I watched that Lost in Space just like you, bro. Like,
it was tight.
I ain't see that.
It must have been a 420 special for the day.
I ain't see that yet, man.
I think it just dropped like this week. It's tight.
So let's talk about some stuff that has to do with our surroundings right here, like the Milwaukee. You know, we in the 414 right now. We downtown east side type motherfucking shit. I used to live in this area, hated it, but it was lovely for the hip hop scene. What is one thing you love about the Milwaukee hip hop scene and one thing you think that could improve about the Milwaukee hip hop scene right now?
Shit. I mean, I like it because there's a bunch of tight people in it. Only thing I hate is it's not bigger. I mean, it is bigger, but like it's just not. I need more shit to happen. I want more shows. I want more everything, more of this. So that's my only complaint. But otherwise, it's tight, man. We got a lot of good people, tons of fucking talent. Like, just needs more exposure, man. Because it's like a really fucking underrated city. Like, man, you go to like Minnesota and their shit is fucking popping, but it's like, you know what I mean? But like, we have that here, just we don't have that fucking like, that it's not out there. But yeah, that's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, man. Like what he said. You know what I mean? We definitely got the talent here. You know what I mean? All we need is to push. But then again, it's also how people is so much sheep, you know what I mean? Like out here it's crazy, it's nothing but crabs, you know what I mean? And it's like, as much as you try to push a positive, you know what I mean, impact towards society, and based on how different it is, so many people will bash it, you know what I mean, just because it's not fitting their expectations, you know what I mean? And like so many people will follow along with that, and then you gotta move from the people who don't like it. And you know what I mean? And Milwaukee is already segregated itself, little do we see it or not, you know what I mean? So it's like we have to be more united when it comes to not just music, but just when it comes to society itself, man, when it comes to what's right, you feel me? And I feel like once it comes to that, we'll actually have more of a supportive, you know what I mean, movement behind us for music, because that's all it's about. That's mainly what we do it for, is to influence Milwaukee, you know what I mean? It's to influence the youngins. take their mind off of something negative and put it to somewhere more, you know what I mean? Real, you feel me? So, yeah, that's the main impact, man.
Just to piggyback off of that question, it's something that's spoken about a lot here, where they say our city doesn't really support the artists here, and a lot of the artists feel that they need to relocate just to get that push. And we have seen where artists left. They'll go out east, they'll go out west, they'll go down south, and they'll really start to build a following. And there has been some complaints whereas you have some artists who leave the city and they don't claim the city because of all the backlash that we get here. So do you feel that, you know, people need to leave, or do you think that we can make it to where people are coming and looking for Milwaukee artists here?
That's probably one of the toughest questions ever, because it can go both ways, you know what I mean? It's some people that can leave, you know what I mean, and pop off, you know what I mean? And then they have the choice whether to come back and, you know what I mean, give back to the city, or just choose to deny it. But then you also got where you can actually do things, take trips out the city, certain needs, you know what I mean, still come back, still work here. It's all about your choice of what you want to do. So many people think they have to leave completely and shut themselves out of Milwaukee just to get somewhere else, but it don't have to be like that. You know what I mean? Where you can just connect with people, do shows out in different cities. Chicago is a drive, you know what I mean? Like, you can get popping there just by driving there on weekends, you know what I mean? Things like that. There's so many ways how you can actually network and pop off, you know what I mean? Besides just going to whatever you think will be able to get you popping, because so many people go and come back with sad dreams, you know what I mean? It's almost like going to South by Southwest with a handful of CDs, thinking somebody gonna keep them. You got a street full of CDs now, you know what I mean? That's how many people that's taking these trips to New York, LA, Atlanta, you know what I mean? That's how it's looking right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all about how passionate you are, how you see your game plan, and how you allow whatever surrounds to affect you, you know what I mean? But honestly, I would say, man, if it came to me though, I'd try as much to not shut myself away from here, you know what I mean? Just because I know I wouldn't know as much about the world if it wasn't for me being here, you know what I mean? Though I'm not even from Milwaukee, but I grew up here most of my life, you know what I mean? So I've seen so much about reality and real stuff happening to where shit get bad, you know what I mean? I know what to stay away from somewhere else, you know what I mean? So, especially when it comes to music, you know what I mean? And honestly, yeah, it's just how people choose to, you know what I mean? It's all about choice. It can go both ways, you know what I mean?
We feel y'all, and thank you guys for the candor and keeping it real. Thank you for the story, and thank you for coming here and fucking with us, man. You know, it's all about that real energy. You know, you go to a lot of places and you don't get a lot of that real energy, real artists talking about real stuff. But at this time right now, we finna start moving towards the more turned up part of the show, where we start having some people come up here and perform this art that we've been talking about all day. You feel me? You know, it's about that time in the show when we get a little extra giddy up in our step. And it's time to start jumping up and down and all that other shit, man. So I'm gonna thank these artists. You know, you're all coming up here, showing them some love.
Thank
for coming out here, keeping it real.